Have you ever thought about setting up your own golf green in your backyard? Been back there looking at it and wondering if you could do it? Is it worth it? Is it worth the time? Is it worth the money? These are all things that you need to take into consideration before jumping on this trend. Golf greens are very labor intensive and cost a lot of money to set up and maintain. So is it worth it to you? Here is the thoughts of John Perry on his golf green that he set up last year. So your overall thoughts of establishing a green?
I would advise anybody who's thinking of doing this not to. That's my opinion. I like the idea of setting up a little chipping green, doing something like that you can just kind of kick on to, kind of mess around with putting and stuff. But to go to this extent, and let's be totally transparent about all this. I have 45 tons of sand here in this area. 45 tons of sand went down. I subgraded everything. I put gravel all along this rock wall. I have irrigation through the whole thing. The sand alone was, say, around $8,000 or $9,000. And I have to do this on a regular basis. The mower is $2,500. The water and the time that you're going to be out here. I mean, you need to you got to mow it in the beginning probably twice a day. You can't let it get too long or the grass blades get too thick. So you've got to cut it every day. And then you're talking about, like I did fungicide application coming into the winter. I'm feeding it every week. I'm having to do all this stuff. So by the time this is done, if I were just going to take a guess at the manpower, the extra rock wall that had to be built, everything else is done just to put this thing in, even before I start having to maintain it, $15,000.
Wow.
For 1,000 square feet.
I am glad I'm not eating soda choked.
This is not for everyone. I'm doing something totally different here. It's a real bent grass green. It's going to be maintained as low as I can possibly cut it. Ideally, just according to, grow-ins and stuff like that, my play shouldn't be, honestly, really even be on this until July, based on the time frame that I put it in. But it got cold and it started snowing really early. So if this were a green at a golf course, it might not be open until August of this year. Like take a full year to get it to where it needs to be. So, I'm pushing it. I'm trying to get it to move. Weather is always the issue around up here, but it's not easy. It's freaking sucks. I think the idea of having a shortcut real mowed lawn looks great. I think the idea of just cutting areas out to have little shortcut areas is fantastic. But this is nonsense. I'll be into it probably another $1,000 in sand by the time this year's over. For what? Just to come out here and putt at night. It's costing me as much as having a country club membership to own one of these. At least install it. So, I don't advise it. I think it's cool and I think it'll be great and everybody will be like, oh, that's cool, whatever. But it is a pain in the butt and it's a good thing I enjoy it. And I have time.
And about an hour ago, you said that you'd probably end up doing what with this space?
Oh, I turn it into a swimming pool in a heartbeat. Yeah, just get rid of all this, take all this sand out of here. I'll probably round up this whole thing, kill everything that's in it, take all this sand up to the yard and, do a little place up there that's just shortcut bluegrass or something. But I want to show, the involvement and the maintenance and everything else that people constantly, when they're like, I want my lawn to look like a golf course. It's like, yeah, but nobody wants to maintain it. Nobody wants to maintain it, and the amount of specialty chemical and constant applications and plant growth regulators and all of this other stuff that's going to have to go out here to maintain it. And if I go out of town for a week and nothing gets cut on it, that's going to be a real problem. So it's not, I think it's kind of like having a hairless cat. It's just a thing to talk about more than anything else. Otherwise, it's a pain.
It's a definite novelty. Yeah.
We'll get it looking pretty and all striped out, and it'll look nice. And I use it every day, so
yeah,
that's really all that matters.
So overall, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this project that he has going on here, things he can clarify, things I can clarify for you, please reach out to me at Jeremy of the Greener Lawn. I would love to be able to assist you and help you with the questions that you might have about setting up a project like this. It can definitely be pretty daunting. It can be a huge task. It's definitely something some people are going to try, so reach out. Let us go ahead and answer those questions for you. So if you like this kind of content, go ahead and check this video out right here. It'll definitely help you get your lawn greener and established, ready for doing a project like this. I'm Jeremy of the Greener Lawn. Make her green.